Today we are working on a 7.3 liter Power Stroke. It's a 2001 F350 4-door dually diesel. And I installed 3 gauges, one for my boost, one for my exhaust gas temperature, and one for my transmission temperature. The first thing I wanted to worry about was the boost. So after doing some research, I found that the best thing for me to do was to remove my intake air heater, which goes right here. So I removed this and it all came out. You got 2 wires that I taped up, and I'm going to actually remove the relay to that. Just leave them right there. And I went to my local parts store and got a engine oil drain plug for about a 99 Dodge diesel. And it's got the same threads as my intake air heater did. Before I installed it, I had to take my Dremel tool and waller out the hole, and then I took a 21/64 drill bit and drilled right through it. I then tapped it with my 1/8 by 28 BSP tap. After I tapped it, I installed my coupler into it, and then I installed this drain plug right here to my intake. And I tightened up using a pair of channel locks. Then I took my vacuum line for my boost gauge and connected it to here and ran it inside the engine compartment through this hole right here. This hole's covered up, you got to uncover it. But it's a nice hole for running all your wires through. That's where all my wires ran through for this job. Now I'm under the dashboard of the driver's side, just left of the brake pedal and up from the PCM. And that's where the hole is from the outside. And as you can see, you got this right here to put back in front of it, close it off there. I took all the wires to my gauges and ran up that way. The grounding for my gauges all went right here. Then I found a 10 amp fuse and a 20 amp fuse for my wiring, and I put that in there just temporarily until I get a better fix for that. But this one needs to be run at hot at all times, and this one right here needs to be run only when your ignition is turned on. So now I come up here and I took my A-pillar off and I put all my gauges in the holes and put them how I wanted them, wired it up according to the directions, and I installed my new cover over top my factory one, and I screwed it in with 4 screws. They're there, down here, and over there. So let me show you where I've tapped into my exhaust and into my transmission. My transmission sensor is mounted right there, and it's on the driver's side, and it's right near my transmission range sensor. There was a little plug in there. It looked like this right here. I took that plug out, and a little bit of transmission fluid came out, but it wasn't a whole lot, just a few drips. So I put some Teflon tape on there, and then I ran my wires up there through the firewall and into my gauge. And I had to ground my one wire for the transmission sensor. I just grounded that right there just for right now, just to make sure everything works great. My exhaust gas, I took my 21/64 drill bit with grease on it, and I used my right angle air drill, and I tapped right into the exhaust manifold. And then I used the same pipe thread chaser that I used for the boost, and I put grease on that too and threaded that into my exhaust manifold on the driver's side here. And then I threaded my temperature sensor in that hole, and it tightened right up. Then I ran my wires up through the firewall. Okay, so I'm driving down the road. See how these do. Everything seems to be working good. Hope this video helps you out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and to like my other channels. Thank you.